is frickin' Travel Talk Tuesday! Just give you a quick recap, Travel Talk Tuesday is a group of travel vloggers that I occasionally hang out with on Facebook. And we made this thing called Travel Talk Tuesday where we come up with a topic every week. Everyone uploads their video on Tuesdays. Everyone answers the same question. So it's really cool because everyone's from a different place. They all live in a different place. They're traveling different places. Everybody is so different, and has such a different background as far as where they're from and where they're going, that the answers are varied. So I had a lot of fun watching everybody's videos last week. I think there were only 3 of us that did it last week. This week, I'm hoping there's more, but this week's topic is languages. You're probably laughing. You've been following my channel since my Beijing days because I only speak one language and I'm speaking it to you right now. I speak the tiniest amounts. I'm emphasizing tiniest because I don't want you guys to think I can form grammatically correct sentences or have a conversation with a toddler or anything like that. I can't. But I speak the tiniest bit of survival Mandarin and Spanish, which is highly useful for sure. I know how to say hello, goodbye, thank you, sorry, I want a beer, where is the bathroom, basic things, and a couple other random stuff in both Spanish and in Mandarin. Language has never been my strong suit. Don't feel bad if it's not yours either. Since I grew up in America in a very white, suburban, Christian, kind of monoculture of a town, it was pretty normal to only speak one language, really normal to speak one language. And now that I've gotten out into the world and explored more, it's weird to only speak one language. Most people speak whatever language of their home country and English. In Canada, a lot of you guys speak French. I'm pretty sure French is required in a lot of Canadian schools. Evelyn or Melanie, please correct me if I'm wrong. When I was growing up, I really wanted to learn sign language, which I realize is super random, but it was not an option at my school. The only 2 language options at my school growing up were Spanish and French. And I was like, why would I ever learn French? Everybody in France speaks English. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school and 2 years of Spanish in college. So I've studied Spanish for quite a while. My first ever Spanish teacher was pretty strict, so I actually ended up learning a lot and being able to read short children's stories. Then my second year of Spanish was way more relaxed, too relaxed, and I used to take naps during class, blatantly put my head on the desk and take a nap, which is really weird for America. You don't do that. I know in China, sometimes in the workplace, people take naps on their desks and stuff, but in America, no, we don't really do that. Your boss would be like, the hell do you think you're doing if you took a nap at your desk? Then in college, I had to take a language proficiency test before I could sign up for a language course to make sure, I was signing up for the right level and all that. I went to Willamette University in Salem, Oregon, and the requirement to graduate had to take up to a certain class level, basically. It wasn't you need to take 2 semesters of a language or anything like that. It was you need to actually take up to this amount. I never wanted to major in a language, so my tactic was to get my roommate, who had much higher Spanish skills than me at the time, to take the test for me. Or I think she just stood there and helped me out, thanks Ruth. And I tested into a higher class than I should have. I got a C in that class. Thank you, professor, for giving me at least a C. So then, my second year of Spanish in college, I had some time at the school to ask around who's the easy Spanish teacher, and that's who I signed up for the course with. And I think I got an A. I wish I spoke Spanish now. It's actually a very useful life skill to speak multiple languages. And at the time, I was just too young to acknowledge that or care. But I do know how to say, Está un gato en fuego en mis pantalones. Now that I'm old enough, I'm pretty sure that's some kind of innuendo. I didn't realize that in high school. So, that's my history with Spanish. Now with Mandarin. The reason my Mandarin level is much higher, as many of you know, probably all of you know, is because I've just lived in China for most of 2016. I had a choice when I first got there, and that was, did I want to focus any of my energy on learning Mandarin? And I chose no. I don't fully regret this, but there's good and bad to the outcomes of this. Okay, so the quick explanation of why I said no is because a big reason I wanted to go to China is because it was a chance to kind of restart my career, actually do something I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is grow a successful blog. And later it turned into the goal to grow a successful YouTube channel. I actually never intended to do YouTube, so I don't regret the amount of time I spent on my blog and making videos and working on social media content. I do not regret that because all that hard work, monetarily, it has paid off a little bit. And career-wise, I think it was a really, really smart decision. But hindsight is 2020. I wish that I had dedicated, an hour a day just on the weekdays to study Mandarin, because I'd be at a much different place right now in speaking proficiency. So if I had signed up for a class, I was just so flaky about all the methods that I used. So I would buy flashcards and write a bunch of flashcards and work on those for like a week. And then I would buy like a kid's book and use Pleco to translate words and have Eric help me with it a little bit and kind of try to read a story and learn through that. I would practice writing out characters. I used apps. I watched TV shows in Chinese. I tried a lot of different things, trying to do a quick learn of just some Mandarin, and it didn't work, obviously, because I didn't dedicate any time to it. If I had dedicated a crap load of time to my Mandarin skills and gotten to a decent proficiency level in Mandarin while I lived in China, and then I'd come back to the US like I am now, I would probably be in the process right now of losing my Mandarin skills, because now that I'm in the US, I have very little motivation to learn Mandarin. If we ever go back to China, say Eric gets a job in China and we accept a job offer abroad and we go back and we go live in China again. Or say I'm traveling China solo for a month and I'd like to learn some more Mandarin while I'm there. That's cool. That's an amazing opportunity to pick up some more Mandarin skills. This is so scattered, but what I'm trying to say is I don't really see the benefit to my life if I learn a language and then don't keep it up. I do see a benefit if I invest a lot of time into it and I work to keep it up. I understand that benefit. So I don't know, I've kind of flip-flopped back and forth, in case you can't tell. Did I make the right decision as far as how I spent my time? I don't know. I may never know, but you know what? You go through life, you're confronted with choices, you make your choice, and you move on. Sometimes in the comments I'll get things like, I don't understand how you could expect the people to speak English around you all the time in China. I'm like, no. I never expected people were going to cater to me because I didn't speak Mandarin. They didn't. Very few times. The only times that people, like a random stranger, spoke English to me was when they wanted to practice their English, and they pulled it out after I tried to use really crappy Mandarin skills. So no one was catering to me as an English speaker. There was just that language barrier, so neither of us had a common language, and we just dealt with it. Like when I was at a market, I would point to things, and I know numbers in Chinese. I can say, 有 Wi-Fi 吗? 你好，再见，不好意思，我要啤酒。我很快乐，大家好，欢迎来到 Lauren Without Fear. 我的名字是罗兰. That's my Chinese name, in case you're curious. 我罗兰. Did I say my name right at least?
Yeah, I think so.
厕所在哪里? Oh, 谢谢, that one's easy. 宫保鸡丁香菜. What's 菠菜? Is that broccoli? Cauliflower? Spinach? 鸡蛋. The only basic phrases I know are like, I want, do you have, where is, and then I just insert random words that I know, like 肉夹馍, 煎饼, foodstuff's pretty easy. 饺子, 小笼包, 面包, is that bread? 米饭. Oh, I did learn how to say cicada because the cicadas were so loud at one point in Beijing. 知了, 吃素, 吃饱了, 祝你好运, 咖啡没事, 不要牛奶, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. There, it keeps going. But anyways, I know my numbers really well in Chinese, and I know how to say sorry and thank you. And all those things mean that I get to go grocery shopping with pretty much no problems. I understand the price when they tell me, like, no one's catering to the other person. It's fine. We're just pointing and stuff. My point is, there are people all around the world who are in countries where they don't speak the language, and you just get by. You just do it. I've never planned to settle in China, which is why I didn't think I needed to learn Mandarin. That's the very long-winded explanation of my experience with languages. I am going to make a video soon, which I'm very nervous about, in case you can't tell, about... It's going to be the Lazy Girl's Guide to Mandarin Chinese, and all my Chinese viewers are going to hate me and be like, why aren't you advocating that people learn Chinese? For people who are just going to go visit and just need to be able to get around and survive in China, and they're just coming for a week or something, you can't expect them to dedicate a crap load of time to really learn a language. Learning a language is a really big deal. That's my very long answer to this question about which languages I speak. And here's the short answer. English. 对不起，我的中文不好. If you're curious what's been going on in my life, I actually just posted an update video earlier today, so go check that out. It's linked above. I also made a video recently called Beijing versus Shanghai, the ultimate throwdown, so go fight in the comments on that one. But before you leave this video, be sure to click show more down below and go check out the channels of everybody else in the Travel Talk Tuesday tribe, because there's some really awesome channels on there that you guys probably haven't even come across on YouTube yet. So go check out their Travel Talk Tuesday videos. I think the majority of people are uploading this week, so there should be a bunch of different perspectives on today's topic. I want to know, what languages do you speak? Comment down below. So thanks for watching today, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. If you're going to China soon, seriously, you need to subscribe and you need to hit that little bell button, next subscribe button, because tomorrow's video is going to be a game changer for you if you're about to head to China. So I'll see you tomorrow, Fearless fan. Okay, bye!